Have you ever wondered what John Varvatos Artisan was like, or any of the flankers? I'm about to review all of them! Hey fragrance family, I'm David and I'm a fragrance bro. Of course, your best source for everything fragrance related. Today I have a video that is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and it is a review on the John Varvatos Artisan line. The whole line. Now, I really love doing these line reviews, and so I reached out to John Varvatos and they sent me these 4 reviews. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to affect my review at all, but just wanted to disclose that to you guys. And if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe down below and click that little bell so you get a notification every time I make an upload. All right, so John Varvatos has a great line. I've talked about this a lot, but as far as designers out there, I really think that he has a really unique line of fragrances. All of them are wearable and accessible. He gets a lot of his inspiration from rock and roll and that kind of thing, rebellious type of nature, and I think that really kind of shows in the direction that they take for their fragrances too, because they don't always follow the trends. Now, the John Varvatos Artisan line started with the original John Varvatos Artisan back in 2009. First of all, look at the bottle. It's just wicker on the front, but it looks so cool, and it works perfectly with this line. After having released a few different fragrances that were on the kind of darker, sweeter, kind of leathery type of side, he released Artisan, and it was a complete left turn. And I can see exactly why he turned this into a line. This is his fresh line. Now, if you're looking for fragrances that last all day, 8-10 hours plus, these are not the fragrances that you're gonna find. These are gonna be more on the lighter side, 6 hours-ish. For longevity, probably max on a lot of these. They're gonna be on the fresher, citrusy, watery type of side. These type of fragrances, I'm okay with that type of performance. I don't need a fragrance to last 15 hours all day, especially for something that is gonna be lighter notes, things like that. I like having a fragrance that's only gonna last a few hours. That's fine with me. All of these fragrances are in the casual realm. You shouldn't probably wear these around the office, definitely not to a formal event like a wedding. These are just kind of just casual events, going to the beach, doing that kind of thing. And these are perfect for that. Now, the original Artisan is really citrusy and really bright and a little bit harsh. And that's the one thing I don't like about it. Other people might not see that, but what I see with this is a very citrusy, almost cleaner type of smell that reminds me somewhat of like Comet. My mom used Comet to clean bathrooms when we were younger, and so that kind of scent is burned in my memories. Now, that's not a bad smell, but that's just what it reminds me of. Whenever you wear it, it does soften up on your skin over time. Some people will probably think this is a little bit on the synthetic side. I can see why, but it is very bright, very citrusy, and very fresh still. I still like that type of smell. Even though it does remind me of a cleaner, I think it still smells very clean and very fresh, so I still like wearing this type of scent. So the first official flanker was actually Artisan Black, which, as far as I know, is not in production. It was a limited run of limited edition bottles of Artisan, but just black. I don't think there was any change in the ingredients with that one. I think it was the same, but just a different bottle. At any rate, I can't find it anyway, and so I don't have that to review. The first official flanker in the line is Artisan Aqua, which came out in 2013. This one is inspired by Mediterranean walks on the coast. And again, this bottle, yeah, it is so cool. Now, despite the name being Aqua, it doesn't really overtly remind me of water or the beach. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It kind of reminds me somewhat of like an aftershave type of smell. And it is so classic, but done so well. It brings back a lot of nostalgia in my mind, but I can't exactly put my finger on what it reminds me of other than a classic older scent. Now, when you first spray this on your skin, it kind of has this kind of sour, sweet, fruity type of smell. There's a molecule in here called paradisamide, and it's supposed to smell like tropical fruit like guava, grapefruit, rhubarb, and currant, black currant. And I definitely get some of that at the start. But what I really get a lot of is the fir. There's fir in here, and there's also kind of this herbal quality that kind of wraps around the fragrance. And that, I think, is the real star here. But this is really well done, really well done. This is very much a sleeper in the community, but it shouldn't be because it's great. The next flanker to be released was Artisan Blue, and it looks very similar to Artisan Aqua in the way that the bottle is, but it's just blue. But this one kind of leans into kind of that blue type of smell from the 90s. In some ways, it reminds me of Artisan Aqua, its predecessor, but then it kind of verges off the path a little bit and goes in a different direction, more in that kind of polo blue type of realm, but in a good way. It does a really good job of emphasizing the best qualities of those type of fragrances. At the start, I get a very kind of green, herbal, citrusy opening with bergamot and mint, and there's this edible fruit called chayote, which is a relative of melons and cucumbers. I've never tried it personally, but I can see where that's going. It adds kind of that kind of watery, green, almost vegetable-like quality at the very start, which is very nice. There's also kind of this peppery type of thing that is at the top, which I think lends itself very well. And then as it dries, it goes into almost a soapy, soft area, and I think that's really nice and really pleasant. This is another one that is pretty much under the radar in the fragrance world, but it's an excellent scent, and it's becoming one of my favorites from the line. So yeah, Artisan Blue. Last but not least is Artisan Pure, which came out in 2017, and this is their latest flanker in their line. I think this is the one that really took off in the fragrance world because this one is truly great. This one is really good, and it really deserves to be noticed, and I'm thankful that people have really started to take notice of what this is because it is so good. This one fits really well in the line. It reminds me more of the original Artisan, but in a much more refined way. It has that kind of citrusy opening, but it is also creamier and woodier at the same time. It's supposed to be inspired by the hills of Jalapa, Mexico. Apparently they grow coffee and citrus there. There's no coffee in this. I don't even know why they bring up coffee because this is all citrus all the time. I get a lot of petitgrain. I get some ginger in there as well that brings this kind of zing to it. It's just this really fat, sharp, citrus fragrance with a lot of iris in there. And it also has that kind of signature herbal quality that the rest of this Artisan line has, which is just phenomenal. This is easily one of the best summer mainstream designer fragrances out there. Easily the best in the line from John Varvatos. It is exquisite. Now all of these are excellent in different ways. Of course, my favorite is probably Artisan Pure, followed by Artisan Blue. But all of these are really good. But what is even better is that a lot of times you can find these for a great price. So definitely do some shopping around because you can find great prices on all of these. Around the $30 range, which is a steal, I think, for most of these. So it is a fantastic line. It's great for the warmer weather, perfect for the summer, for the hot summer. Perfect for that. And of course, great for casual events. I have links down below to the best places where you can find them, of course. What do you guys think of the Artisan line? What is your favorite from the Artisan line? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the way out. I'll see you next time. I'm David with the Fragrance Bros. Bye.